Jacoby and Myers, because everyone deserves justice.
This is KCAL News Mornings.
Rise and shine. Good morning to you. It is Wednesday, April 30th. I'm Chris Holmstrom.
And I'm Kalina Estrinos, and here are the stories we're tracking as you head out the door. Protests get heated and it leads to arrests, but it's not stopping thousands from turning up to the picket lines for the final day of walkouts.
Plus, this isn't what fire victims want to see. Flames burning where a deadly wildfire broke out nearly 4 months ago. We'll explain why officials say this is needed to find the cause of that fire.
And our Mark Liu is looking into a crash involving a police cruiser. We'll have the latest straight from the desk.
All right, but first, let's take a look at your next weather. Amber Lee joins us now. Amber, good morning. Happy hump day.
Hi, happy Wednesday. So we are looking at slightly cooler conditions overall today compared to yesterday's beautiful weather. We are looking at that thick marine layer, so it's going to take some time for the clouds to clear. 58 degrees this morning for LA and Orange County. Grab the layers, and then we're looking at temperatures just a little bit closer to normal, slightly below average at about 72 with that gradual clearing taking place. 66 for the coast, 72 as I mentioned for LA and Orange County, mid 70s for the valleys, upper 70s for areas like the Inland Empire, the high deserts, and mostly sunny skies over the mountains. 61 degrees, but take a look at that rain chance. We really start to see the chance of rain go up as we head into this upcoming weekend. So coming up, my next weather update, I am still tracking to see when we're going to see that rain because computer models just can't quite agree right now. But at least it's going to be, we know that it's going to be cooler and also just slightly wet.
You know what? Sometimes computers are not great.
Yeah.
So we'll have to wait and see about all that. Let's take you outside right now for our traffic conditions at 6 o'clock in the morning with our next traffic map. Motorcycle crash 10 west at Monte Vista. The carpool lane is blocked off right now. Ontario, you're dealing with a 13-minute ride from 4th over to Monte Vista. You could take the 60. I have some traffic, though, leaving the 15. It clears up and it slows down again. It's not a bad option, or you just want to give yourself a 20-minute head start to make it through that 10 freeway. Here's a look at the 15 Cajon Pass this morning. Volume is building. 22-minute ride from the 395 to the 215. And that 91, here's a look at the Caltrans camera. Jam-packed this morning. 37 minutes from Tyler to the 241. It clears up once you get into Orange County, and I'll have more travel times in just a bit.
All right, we've got some developing news for you this morning. A Santa Ana police officer involved in a crash. Simon Manager Mark at the desk. The details, Mark. Is the officer okay? It looks pretty bad.
Yeah, good news is the Santa Ana police officer is going to be just fine, but the patrol unit that officer was driving is not fine. It looks like it was a head-on crash. Damage pretty severe. That is a lot of damage. This happened late last night. The watch commander at Santa Ana PD says the officer behind the wheel of this cruiser was involved in a crash with a civilian vehicle at about 11:45. Now, this happened right here near the intersection of First and Grand. There's no information from police so far about what that officer was doing at the time of the crash. For instance, if this officer was going lights or sirens or just driving normally. But Santa Ana Police and Fire responded immediately after this collision. Fire paramedics checked out that officer. Turns out there were essentially no injuries to that officer. The officer didn't even go to the hospital. Civilian driver, though, in the other car was also checked out. But that person was taken to the hospital in an ambulance. Don't have any information about how severe their injuries were, though. The intersection of First and Grand was closed for a few hours while traffic investigators worked to figure out what caused this crash. That's the very latest from the desk. Back to you.
Okay, Mark, thank you so much. LA County workers back on the picket lines this morning.
Yesterday, tens of thousands of people marched through the streets of downtown LA demanding a new contract. KCAL News reporter Amanda Sorrentino is live at LA General Medical Center. This is just one of the spots workers will be holding the line today as well. Amanda?
And those picket lines will continue today at locations across the county because negotiations haven't gotten where the union wants them to be just yet. We're seeing some of those workers just starting to line up now. They were out here picketing overnight here at LA General Medical Center, and now they're just coming off their 6 a.m. shift in the hospital. The union says they expect a pretty big crowd here today, but take a look at what we saw yesterday.